He can play for a long time at a very high level.
That's good.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And guys, Kirk Hinrich, a steady, reliable point guard, but not last season. Something went severely wrong with his shot to the point where he suffered career-low shooting percentages from the field and from three-point.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Talking about Hinrich, the one thing you expect from him is consistency. But when he couldn't provide it last year, the team turned to a different backup point guard.
Exactly right, Kevin. Hinrich couldn't have felt good about becoming a third stringer, averaging the fewest minutes per game of his career last season.
Chicago making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. The score now all even. 15 points for Jimmy Butler.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
A slam dunk by Robinson.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad. They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And another 3 for Cleveland.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 5. There's Rose with the 3. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot! And the first half comes to a close. We've got a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And it was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. Some great work in the second quarter as they fought hard and were able to make up the difference and then some, now leading by 1. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, their playmakers were in top form tonight. They showed great court vision and great ball movement. That's why they had so many assists. It's much easier to defend guys who don't want to pass the basketball.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
What a performance. Just look at the game for Robinson. 37 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
And Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points.
Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron, and it's Robinson in at the point. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Kevin, I got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in three-point shooting, 8th in scoring, and they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Pretty impressive.
And talking about their three-point percentage, really a hallmark, I think, of successful offenses in today's NBA. And they use that shot to a devastating effect all season long.
And the Bulls making a change here. Portis is checked in. Rose against Robinson to the paint. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Bulls trail by 3. Got a piece of it, and stolen by LeBron. The finish, and Robinson throws it down.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The Cavaliers leading by 3.
Derrick Rose. Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Another 3 for Chicago.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. And those mid-season trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
That's a 2 from Butler. It's deflected.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
LeBron drives in. Outside for Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best mid-season. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
Rose, that's good.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
For 3. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Love. Robinson's got 55.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
And that one's good.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play. Utter disregard for his own safety.
And his teammates still shaking their heads. You know what? He must have told them to be on the lookout for something special. And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
The Cavaliers leading by 11. Puts up a three, and another three for Cleveland.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Rose kicks to Butler. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 8th assist in the game. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
So for the Bulls, Pau Gasol's checked in for Portis. Heinrich comes in for McDermott, and Brooks subbed in for Rose. Free throw good, Robinson. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
And he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Outside Gibson. Again, Chicago.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Heinrich with it, now guarded by Shumpert. But they recover it. The shot by Heinrich no good. Here's Robinson, throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
Bulls trail by 17. They double him with Shumpert, stolen by Robinson. Now Cleveland moving it up. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
What great touch there on the fadeaway. Man, right in his face.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. Lets the three fly. Another three for Cleveland.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Gasol passes to Brooks for the three. And yes, sir, that one drops. Brooks has got his 3rd basket of the night. Here's Robinson. Got it off in time, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the 3rd quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball...
Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Bulls trail by 19, so for Chicago right now, Heinrich and Rose the guards. Pau Gasol is out there with Mirotic, and it's McDermott in at the small forward position. For 3, Heinrich, good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Robinson. Oh! And there's a nice one-handed slam. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Robinson for 3, and another 3 for Cleveland.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Stolen by Robinson. goes in for the dunk.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's that